Just like how we can generate imagery from a text prompt, in Adobe Firefly, we can also generate video. This is currently in beta, and you need to join the waitlist in order to have access. Let's get a sneak peek of how we might be able to generate video. So I have access at the time of this recording, and I'm just going to click here where it says generate video in order to go into the beta. Now, unlike the Firefly image model, there are limited options in the general setting for the time being. So that includes aspect ratio is set to 16:9 by default. Frames per second is limited to 24 frames per second. And you'll notice that the only model you get access to is Firefly video. This is bound to change as this rolls out of beta and into full release. One of my favorite sections down here in settings is to choose the camera type that you'd like to see. Right now I have a long shot chosen and from an aerial perspective. We can also give the camera that is filming our scene a type of motion. So we can zoom in and out or do movement left and right. In my case, I'm going to choose zoom in to act more as a dolly in the sky. Now that we have our camera set up, you'll notice that under advanced settings, you're given a seed, which is a mathematical number if you ever wanted to mimic this type of camera movement again. Let's now take that and combine that with a prompt. Sticking with the Northern Lights, a view of Icelandic glaciers with the Northern Lights overhead. With this chosen, and no image in this case as a reference, along with my camera settings, let's choose to generate. We can see that Adobe Firefly gets to work in generating video, and this process is going to be a lot slower than that of creating an image. We can check the process down here on the top right of the text prompt field, and this is also the area where we can go to load back up any previous imagery that we've created with Adobe Firefly. Okay, here we can see the generated image. And as I press play, we can see that there's definitely a zoom in. We get some Northern Lights, not to mention our Icelandic glaciers. Of course, we can tweak these settings, not to mention add additional words to our text prompt in order to guide the creation of our video. Now, in addition, these little badges here, we can always load up previous video samples that we have created. One other cool feature here is your ability to load an image here to follow along with the text prompt. And I'm going to do that here with this volcano shot. Upload it as an image reference. And I'm going to type in an active volcano in Iceland filmed at night with the Northern Lights. I'll head back over to the camera settings. And just notice that both shot size and camera angle are not available because it's using the image as the main guide. But what we do have access to is camera motion. Let's go with a zoom out this time. And with our camera settings and the general settings, let's choose generate. As you can see, it did a pretty great job of referencing the still on the first frame of this video. Let's see how it does with the camera motion, not to mention the text prompt. So in this case, although we chose zoom out, it is zooming in, but I did see some Northern Lights there in the background. Adobe has rolled out several different ways of how you might imagine using text to video to create the assets that you're looking for. I can see this as a very helpful tool in my video editing workflow where I use some of these clips as B-roll placeholders and I'm waiting on assets from the filming production crew. And there's some information about how you can generate video from a text prompt using Adobe Firefly.